What's up guys, welcome back to Chris Aquariums. Today it's evening and I'm about to head out to the fish store, so I wanted to take the camera out and show you what's been going on, show you some growth in the tanks and show you some of the new stuff that we're going to get today. First of all, take a look at this 100-liter tank and at the growth that we've been getting. It is looking really great and these angelfish are growing huge. Have a look at this guy's nuchal hump, that hump on his head over there. It's getting massive. So the first thing I wanted to show is the plants that we have here. So we've had this substrate, a planted substrate, for quite a while and the plants have been loving it. On top of that, we've been using some additions, some fertilizers, which I'll show you now. But as you can see over here, we've got some new growth on the side on the Anubias. The Amazon sword is just growing like crazy. Every leaf is bigger than the last. And here is the Dwarf jungle val. Now, what you're looking at is one plant which I bought, and the two to the right of it are runners that it's thrown off. So what started as one is now three, and the idea is to have it grow all throughout the tank and do somewhat of a carpet. So the others still need to throw some runners. But the plan is to have that all throughout the bottom of the tank. Along with the dwarf jungle val is the normal size jungle val, Vallisneria, and as you can see, the main plant has also thrown off 3 additional shoots. So I want these to get a bit taller and create a bit of a forest back here, but as you can see, the main plant has shot off 2 additional ones, and hopefully there'll be more to come from there as well. And take a look at this apple snail. I'm pretty sure it's sleeping or chilling at the moment, but it is getting massive. The other problem I have is trumpet snails. So while an apple snail is not a problem, these trumpet snails are a bit of a problem for me. You see, they actually do a lot of good in the tank. They break down any waste and any leftover food, and they turn it into nutrients which the plants can use. The problem is, there's becoming a bit too many of them in my tank, and you can't even see the full extent of them at the moment because a lot of times they stay underneath the gravel or the substrate and they come out at different times of the day or the night. But the only thing about it for me is that it's just not very aesthetic. So while they are beneficial to the tank and they eat the algae and the leftover food and nutrients, I just don't like having too many of them because I don't think it looks very aesthetic, and it is a big problem to try and remove these guys. As you can see, they breed like crazy, and to remove them is a mission. But that's something that I want to start doing for this tank, is bringing down the number of the trumpet snails. Overall, however, you can see Harry there, the deformed tetra. Overall, however, I really think the tank is looking great, and there's just a couple of additions that I want to put in. With that being said, I'm about to head out to the fish store, and thankfully, with the magic of YouTube and video editing, I'll be back in a second. And there you go. So we have picked up some fish from the fish store, as well as a little supplement, and I will take you through those now. So let's take a quick look at the pet store and see what fish I got. As you can see, the fish are the hobby favorite, which is the Neon Tetra. Now I do already have Neon Tetras in this tank, and you've probably seen them before swimming around, but I do want a bit more just to increase the color and the activity in the tank. So I'm going to put these guys in and acclimate them and tell you a little bit about the plant supplements I got as well. So I'm going to put these guys in to temperature acclimate, and I'm going to slowly drip water in, as you'll see me do in my previous videos, over the next 15 minutes so that they're acclimated before they go into the tank. While I do that, I'm also going to feed the fish that are already in the tank, because once they're being fed, they won't be as interested or pestering to the new fish. Alright. There you go. So once they've been fed, they'll be a bit more content and less curious of any new things that I put into the tank, such as these Neon Tetras. See these Cory cats going crazy. So what plant supplement did I get? As you can see, I got the Flourish Nitrogen, which is a nitrogen supplement for the planted aquarium. Now you might ask, why did I get nitrogen when I already have Flourish? And the answer is, something I found out recently actually, is that Flourish doesn't actually have a high amount of nitrogen in it. And nitrogen deficiency is a common symptom of plants being stunted. Now, as you've seen a bit earlier, I do have good aquarium growth, but I feel like it could benefit a little bit more from some additional nitrogen, especially with plants like the jungle val and the dwarf val that I really want to carpet the tank. So that's an additional supplement that I got today for the plants. So as you can read, nitrogen is one of the main 3 macronutrients required by plants and can often become the limiting factor to growth in a flourishing system. Now there's a whole bunch of calculations which can be done about how much to be used, which I have done. So it's about half a capful, and we'll put that in now. So let's put that in now. You see what I mean? When the food comes, they just come out from the substrate. And again, they're useful, but I just don't like the aesthetics of it. These trumpet snails. A few of them, yes, they're great, but not too many, so I'm gonna have to think of a plan for that. And finally, after the temperature and water condition acclimation, the Neon Tetras are ready to go into the tank. So here we go. And there they go. So hopefully these guys will just kind of hang out behind rocks, behind plants, behind driftwood, and make themselves scarce while they get comfortable and while they relax in their new surroundings. Their behavior right now is perfect. Looking around, hiding behind things, getting used to the new home and the new fish. There's a reason these guys are the most popular aquarium fish. They really bring a tank to life. So that's today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If this is the first time that you've seen my channel or one of my videos, feel free to hit the subscribe so you can follow along with my tanks and their journey and their progression over time. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on Chris Aquariums. Look at these damn snails. Something is gonna have to be done.